Women can date men off of income, physicality, and not be judged.
Wait, what?
In the sense of, you know how like women like, oh, I can only date a guy who's 6'5".
I was actually, so I watched some stuff right before I came, and it was about this.
Go ahead. Unleash.
I'm about to start telling females, you don't make $35,000 more a year, I can't date you. Let's see how it goes.
Wait, are you saying
face was like, girl? She kind of laughed. Her smile literally
I
faded
feel
like,
like that
serious?
makes sense. Like, I think that people should set standards like that.
Well,
But
see,
I think the physical stuff.
I was thinking it should be more, not realistic, is it to say that's not, but I think it should be based on things that are 100% ascertainable based on, like, you as a person. Because, like, say, for example, someone wasn't given, like, the education, like, say someone's education was handed them on a ladder, right? And they, like, weren't dealt the cards correctly or something, and their life was just different from something that would be considered ordinary, where, like, a parent was rich and, like, paid someone to sit in their fucking SAT classes so they could sit there and get into freaking all these Ivy Tech schools. You people are weird. But with that being the
It was
case...
D Rose for a minute, so she said,
no, what I'm
like,
saying
damn,
is, like, okay, so say you didn't have parents that could pay for you to do things like that, but
Yeah,
then you're
yeah,
someone that, like, wasn't able to do that. Like, everybody still deserves love, right?
Yeah.
So with that being the case, it's like, could you really hold them to that standard? Not saying that you're wrong, but like, can you hold someone to that standard and be like, you have to make this certain amount, but say that they weren't put in the position to do that?
I feel like everybody needs help though. So how can you you might be that person with a connection that helped me get a better job.
Oh well, yeah, like carry the wealth, prosper.
But
I'm saying,
how does that go on work? It's like, oh well, some female only date motherfuckers with.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. How bad?
Oh, man.
My life is in shambles.
What's
going on, baby? Oh, y'all shooting right now?
All right, so right now what we on is women can date men off income and the way they look and not be judged. And
He's like locked in.
I'm waiting for the punchline. Women can date. Are you saying that they can, or are you asking?
It's more acceptable
It's more
for them
acceptable
to make
for
those
them to do
standards.
Double standard of it.
right.
Like, whereas if a guy was like, oh, I only date girls that are size 2 and...
No, you could look at it in the exact same form, and it's just niggas' standards are too low sometimes. Mm-hmm. So what people don't take into consideration is men from birth are taught to court and chase and do what women say. You see what I'm saying? You take the woman out to eat, you ask her, you etc., you chase the woman. Whereas men never take into consideration how bum of a bitch most niggas that are doing well fuck with. You feel me?
Right.
A pretty broke bitch is okay for niggas. You see what I'm saying? And it happens the same thing with women, same way with women, niggas just don't think about it. Every nigga has seen a bad bitch with a weird nigga. You feel me? A corny nigga, a broke nigga, whatever the fuck. And it's always like, niggas hate just like bitches hate. Why is he fucking with her? She lame, she whatever. Niggas be like, she fucking with that lame nigga, that weird nigga. It's all the same. It's just the standards that men have for themselves usually are kind of physical and things like this, and their standards as far as caretaking as well. But women, like I said, in society, men are to take care of. They are made to take. So women look for the things that they are taught to look
Providers.
for. Yeah, shit like that. That's not it for me.
I feel like everyone should have standards for each like for what they want in a
Well, see, I do.
person.
It's just that my standards, like compared on what he just said and everything
Are
that
not
we've discussed,
physical.
are not right. Well, okay, when you say physical, like mine aren't necessarily based on height or like how much money you own, how many cars you have.
What are they based on?
It's usually based on like someone that's charismatic, can make me laugh, has a good sense of humor, like
personality.
It's more personality based, more so than
I
it
think
is
that's a lot.
trying to-
I think that's how do you get to that?
What do you mean?
How do you find out if they're charismatic and so on and so forth?
That's how-
the
that's
nigga
why
with the hunchback and the limp.
That's why you date.
Check what I'm saying.
So you are attracted to that person initially to figure out.
Oh no, I'm a firm
what
believer
you
that you have to be like remotely attracted to
You
somebody
have
that
to
you
be.
want to spark
So
something.
it's not a shallow thing. It's just
Yeah.
reality.
Mhm. Right.
You're not people aren't aren't really That's not true. People shop outside of what they
the norm.
Yeah.
Nah, outside of their
comfort zone.
no. They date up a lot of times. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know what that means.
Out of their grade.
Out of their
out of
their
their
tax bracket.
what is the number? What is the term I'm looking for? People
Lead?
try to fuck with people that are better than them, that they don't deserve, or even whether they don't think they deserve them or not. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's my DMs are full. Every one of them, you know what I mean? And some of them is, that's not even that. Women that approach, women that I interact with, women that I see, women, business women, there's some women who probably don't think they good enough and are phenomenal and should be placed there in permanent positions. And there's some women who think that they got it all figured out and I wouldn't let that bitch wash my dishes. So it's just, it all depends on who the person is and what they shooting for. But I think people's standards are set sometimes there's an imbalance, so a nigga might be balling but he can't read too well, or a bitch might be gorgeous.
Why you talking about R. Kelly like that?
We don't even know. No, that's Mayweather. But a bitch might be bad and she dumb as a motherfucker. She ain't never had to work.
I run that shit off.
Yeah.
I mean, this the same for niggas though. I personally know some niggas that's fucking with bitches that are balling. You know what I mean? And they don't gotta do nothing. Throw some dick, tell that bitch something she ain't never heard before, and everything good. I personally think that if niggas had a better understanding of how to talk to women, they would win. Niggas treat women like they the prize. And as much as I appreciate women, I think women is God, but the man is very powerful.
Right.
And I don't, I just, sometimes people will
In a
lie.
sense, you just want people to know their own value.
Absolutely.
Right.
And know how to apply themselves to certain situations. There's a lot of niggas right now that only fuck with bitches that talk to them. I am one of them, partly because bitch never have me be the one they say, yeah, that nigga tried to talk to me. So it's a little bit of a pride thing, But beside that,
Which we definitely covered earlier, but continue.
Say it again.
We covered pride earlier, but continue.
Oh, I mean, we can get that all day. I don't, pride, I think pride is important. Pride is important, but it can also kill you,
Right.
I mean, not negatively for me. I don't have enough pride to not apologize. I openly apologize. I'll openly ask for help. I don't have a problem saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Can you help me? You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, and I don't really got no point where pride will fuck me up. My pride won't let me let a motherfucker play with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like, this is also, now beyond this point, but younger, I used to fight a lot. But it was because the space I have for this now has changed, but at one point, if I thought a nigga thought I was a hoe ass nigga, I got something to show him. You feel me? If I thought that you thought that I was a hoe ass nigga, come here. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have to do anything.
Nah, if I had an idea, if for whatever your body language or however this was going made me think this nigga thinks I'm the nigga to play with, that's alright. I'm with all that. And now it's the same things, it's just on a different spectrum, meaning a nigga can think however the fuck he want. Somewhere right now somebody's saying Amani's a whole ass nigga. You feel me? And that's just fine. It's perfectly fine. However, that don't bother me because nigga ain't gonna say nothing to my face that I don't wanna hear. And I would respect that nigga more if he did, but those things don't happen. Plus, I'm not the nigga to make you feel like you should dislike me. But, however, if a nigga act like, see, actions is different. A nigga act like I'm a hoe ass nigga. Yeah, I'm with all that. You know what I mean? So, but I don't put myself in that position. But if that motherfucker come to me, then I'm here to solve all problems. So pride, I think pride is important though. Pride will give you respect. People have to respect the person for the pride that he holds, for the level that he holds the pride for himself. So a lot of times pride is looked at negatively, but I don't think it is. Sometimes some niggas go overboard, some bitches go overboard. Bitch won't talk to a nigga because a lady won't talk to a man, whatever terms you want to put on it. Because they won't, because they won't, their pride won't allow them to possibly be rejected. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going through that shit right now.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Nah, I know a girl want to talk to me, but she just on some other shit. Like, she be getting mad at me because I'm cool with other females and shit, but she be looking at them like she upset and everything, but I know she want to talk to me, but it's like she just don't ever come
She's
over.
special.
She got problems. Not
He said she got
special. Not
problems.
You
special.
see
Not
her, or
special.
is it just social media based, or what?
This is my job.
Oh, man,
So it's
get her
like-
fired.
And it's like I see her.
I mean, that sounds like a very
Didn't I say that's on her? She can kick rocks.
That's what I'm saying.
I said that's on her. She can kick rocks
I was talking
because
to
she
her
can't go out of
earlier
her way.
because it's like,
that's
you know,
that's her
I
problem.
work, I work in a hospital, so I'm dealing with nurses.
Y'all ain't never fucked or nothing.
Nah, I ain't never. Nah,
What
but
do you
like,
be doing to these bitches,
bro, I don't be doing shit.
You're a nice guy. Girls like nice guys. You're a nice guy.
He said,
Okay, it's not a bad thing.
You know,
Don't
but
let me
it's
rub
just-
off on you, bro. I'm a horrible person.
But it's like that shit be happening. I be like, damn, like what the fuck? Like, just tell me what it is. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or just approach me, because like I don't want to approach you because I know if I approach you, I already see the crazy. Like I already see.
Well, then it's not even a situation. This ain't even a conversation to have. Fuck her. Fuck
I mean,
that.
that's what it's like. But it's like the only thing is
He's
like,
just
I see
now
her
coming
every
to
day.
realization.
Yeah.
That's why
yeah,
he's
it's
talking
like,
about
okay.
it.
Right, because
Okay.
because like before I was like peeping it out. I was like, why the fuck is she doing this? Why is she doing it? And then I was like, boom, like
You crazy.
yeah, like I
You entertain it though? Like y'all hung out, had lunch, none of this
Nah,
shit?
No. It's just she works on my floor
Okay.
because I basically I stopped.
So how does that work? Like, how do you work around somebody and that becomes a thing?
I think it's just they see me every day. So,
Familiarity.
Yeah, so they see me every day. Or
I
they
just
see me
posted a
when I
video
work.
about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so they see me every day. So like they see how I interact with other people. So they
trying to
might,
see what that be like.
yeah, because like if you see me interact with other people and they always laugh and they always cool and everything else, then they gonna be like, why is everybody just cool with this nigga? Like, what the fuck is it?
Okay.
So then she probably wants to be attached to that shit. So I had to really think about that. So I was like, all right, that's what it is. So
Okay.
it's like I can't fuck with that because I already see what it is already.
Okay.
So that's
good.
yeah. So
That's good. I feel like you're giving her way more attention than necessary, but I get it.
nah, I literally I
I told
walk
that bitch
past.
to kick rocks.
I don't say shit.
I told her to kick rocks.
I let nigga. But
That's groovy. Yeah. All right.
so what's next?
What else did I miss? We don't need to revisit that. What's next?
There's a lot of.
I want y'all to know how much I fuck with y'all. I'm in the middle of a 2-day session right now, and I brought it to a fucking halt to get here late.
I appreciate
I
it,
fuck
bro.
with you, bro. Right on. Appreciate it.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and hit? Who's more dominant, male or female?
In what way?
Men are more dominant,
we
women are more
we
powerful.
talking about in the relationship.
Men are more dominant, women are more powerful.
I fuck with that. I can definitely see that.
Wait, what was it? We
Who's the dominant
yeah,
one
that's where-
in
Y'all should have been paying attention. Y'all left the
definitely discussing
room. Y'all
something
left the
else.
room, and now you back
Alright.
and listening. You failed the test.
Okay,
Ain't
so
no pop
what
quiz.
was it?
Who is the more dominant, male or female? We talking about in relationship. He said men are more dominant, women are more powerful.
I think
I would prefer them to
completely
be dominant, but yes, I am more powerful. Yes, I actually kind of agree with that.
But women are only more powerful because men make them that way.
I feel the opposite.
Explain.
Women give men power from how we treat them. Like,
Nah.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, I understand how you would like to believe it to be that way, but women naturally are nurturing. They are
Okay.
caring, which instantly makes
Which
you
is
more
power.
docile. No, it's not.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not negatively. Mind you, I grew up in a
Alright.
house full of women. I absolutely adore women, and I understand women probably better than you do, only because you are a woman and you usually only understand yourself from the inside and not from the outside. It's
Okay.
impossible. So what I mean by that is, women are usually very nurturing and
Okay.
caring, and in turn docile and empathetic. So you have to care. A man in his natural form is competitive and aggressive and in turn dominant, which makes him more powerful. But in a relationship, a woman is more powerful because just like in nature, in the wild, that pussy is power. You feel me? The natural pheromones and activity of a woman gives her power over the man. You see what I'm saying? This isn't anything. I mean, women are more powerful because of who
Okay, so
they
could
are.
you give an example of like how this is in reality, like the case? Like, I'm getting confused. Cause like understand hypothetically.
It's gonna sound
now,
sexist,
Okay.
but it's real.
Okay.
a lot of times men don't give a fuck about relationships or to have children or to any of the other things, or the things that women genuinely care about. Men usually care about them because women care about them and they want to have the woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men want, this is gonna sound terrible in both directions, but men, we want to do type shit. We want to fuck bitches, beat niggas up, build shit, drive fast. This is the raw nature of a man. Whereas some women do enjoy these things, however, not by majority. You feel me? So in turn, the raw actions of a man are more dominant. A man needs to dominate. Women don't want to dominate, they are possessive. The equivalent of a man being dominant is a woman being possessive. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, you don't want another woman in your house. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's your possession. These are your possessions, you possess these things. A man doesn't want another man in his house because he'll break his fucking face.
Wait,
You see what I'm saying?
what do you mean? It will break his fucking face.
It's more dominant in aggression and testosterone makes these things. Whereas,
I kind of see what you're saying.
do you see what I'm saying? A woman is more, don't touch. I'm trying to make it as broad as possible because there's always going to be somebody that's like, I'm not like that. Or all girls aren't like that, or all guys aren't like that, and we're not talking about that.
Well, the provide and protect aspect, the man's supposed to provide and protect, but who is provide and protect before?
Can't say that because, so here's how I base a lot of things is off the wild. Animals. Unadulterated, non-influenced animals, and women hunt. The female, the lion, hunts, and so, and she provides, and she feeds, and she will protect. So that's not, I wouldn't say only men provide and protect. However, it's hard to give a general perception, create a general perception of it. But a man is just more dominant. It is usually to protect his his woman, or to keep his woman, or whatever. Niggas don't. Oh man, there's so many different directions to look at it. Every nigga that woke up today and washed his ass and put on clothes or bought a car did it for women. Do you see what I'm saying? Period. No nigga would
But
not.
that means that men don't have dreams.
That's not true.
That's what I'm saying. Like
We
that
do
means
have dreams.
they
We
have
dream to
dreams.
have a lot of bitches.
No, but I mean, what if a man wants to be I don't know, anything. You're saying that person only wants to be that because of.
No, I said
Girls.
niggas that got up and acquired things. They acquire things to have more things, to do more, to do so on and so forth. Usually comes from the care of acquiring attention from women.
So it can't be for the sole purpose of them wanting to succeed.
Now these are creatives. You feel me? The question that he stated was who is more dominant, And so I'm just putting that in perspective. We have creatives. I'm a creative. I'm a tattoo artist. I do fucking architecture. I create things. So I enjoy these things. I do far more than I ever wanted them. As we all, nobody in here needs to do what we are currently doing. You feel me? So clearly there is more. There's always more to obtain, more to conduct, the more things to do. But we're talking about in the comfort of a relationship, who is more dominant. I would say men are more dominant. However, women are more powerful. And whoever has the power kind of conducts, they orchestrate how things go. And a man doesn't want to lose a woman.
Okay, you're right.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm mad. It was everything. You're right.
Yeah, so I was just obviously thinking about what you said, the way that, my experience has been and all that type of stuff. I used to date when I was in high school more, and then I stopped. But whenever, when I was younger, literally a guy would change his world
Absolutely.
to be in my world. And it would be so drastic.
And he's weak. Those are weak men.
What do you mean? They got better.
You lost her again.
I understand what you're saying.
They got straight A's and then
I
started
understand.
making money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I'm not
getting
saying
jobs,
negative.
like
I'm not saying
doing good in
negative.
sports. Like
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying negatively, but that is a weak man because what happens when you're subtracted from the equation?
that's true. Because the reason I left
Yeah.
most of them is
Then
because
they
I was
stop
like,
doing it.
you're not.
or they do whatever. So
They don't do it for themselves.
Yeah.
Bingo.
They do it.
You're
And
only
and-
you because of who
Right.
I am,
Right.
not because that's who you
Yeah,
If y'all
are.
break up,
Bingo.
you're gonna fall off type shit.
that's not true.
Yeah.
However, if he starts fucking with a bitch that requires far less, then he might adhere to her lifestyle or whatever it is. And the same thing goes for women. When dealing with a powerful man, you did. If a man requires this woman to stay at home and eat and play, that bitch gonna get fat and she's gonna be lazy. And that's what if she adheres to this powerful man.
Yeah.
If that powerful man, however, that will not allow this woman to be with him if she won't do whatever the fuck it is, care, work, build shit, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is, then she will change and you can guarantee it. Or she will be on the wrong side, you know, or however it might go. You know,
I'm kind of getting angry now.
but it's true. But is it because you've experienced this?
Where's that?
Well,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I just know that how guys are when it comes to the whole like, okay, they don't want to get married, they want to just have sex forever and not be
Cause the
committed
motherfucker.
to
I don't think that's bad.
That's
I don't
not-
think that's bad.
What do you mean?
I don't think not being married is bad. I think
No, I'm saying, but like
even if you just want to fuck forever.
Something.
If a nigga just want to fuck forever and he says that he's committed to that woman, I'm about to give you here's the base your life off of this. You don't want nobody that has to have you. The moment a person has to be there, they're not there by choice. I would rather be with a woman who can leave me at any moment and never does because she wants to be with me.
Okay, that I actually
No,
agree
that
with.
makes sense.
Yeah.
No, but you're saying that you know niggas just want to fuck forever and they don't want to get married. But what the fuck? That just means it's gonna take. If a nigga get married to a woman and she wants to leave or he wants to leave, that a marriage only means that it's gonna take longer to break up. I don't think it means anything more. When I mean, and I'm not talking about. I'm talking about just the paper, just the idea of marriage as not the spiritual connection between
I mean,
two
I
people.
just mean like the commitment.
Yeah,
when I say
but-
marriage, I don't mean like the government.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but ideally people look at marriage as walking down the aisle, so on and so forth. We got this ring on, now you do what the fuck we agreed to do, and so on and so forth. When realistically, that should have been from the moment. You know, a big mistake people make in relationships. Motherfuckers don't sit down and say, "This is what I like.
Yeah.
What do you like? What am I doing? What are you doing? What are we gonna do?" Motherfuckers just kind of fuck around and then here it is and
But I
you've been my
also-
bitch for a year
No, but
and
I
now you
also
know
think
or
that-
this is my
It's
man or
convenient
whoever
for
girl.
some dudes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But I feel like once the word is put in that this is what we doing, this is how everything bracking, okay, we'll check. Talking to girls is not okay. Looking at girls' pictures is not okay. Liking whatever the fuck your thing is. Or I know how it's like I don't think people take into consideration the world. I couldn't, and no negativity, but I couldn't fuck with a bitch you used to fuck with. My business, 80% of my clients are women. You feel what I'm saying? It would be illogical for a woman to think that she could handle me or interact with me the way she did whoever regular nigga prior to. It doesn't make sense. You feel me? So if these rules are not set, if this nigga, say this woman is, she does something business-wise that interacts with women, or interacts with men, or she's just very polite, genuinely polite, no extra shit, she's just polite. And you know, then a man gives her a compliment and she's like, well, thank you, do you really like it, etc., etc. And this nigga's like, you know what I'm saying? All this extra shit when nobody took the time to say, yo, this is okay for me, or this ain't alright for me. And I think a lot of shit, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I genuinely think, should we close it on my trip?
I ain't gonna like
They gonna
you
look-
gonna close it and it ain't gonna do nothing.
I mean,
I'm just talking about the people walking past where every time they walk past, we like, oh,
they gonna look at the glass.
They gonna look through the glass.
I thought it was a blind in the back.
The door don't always close all the way.
Don't worry about
Yeah, they
it.
gonna do
I'm
it.
met with. Don't worry.
But I feel like when you put guidelines for, okay, this is what I want, okay, this is what I want, then you kind of can't see like what that person's really like. Because if they're not the way that, you know, okay, I
understand
know,
exactly what
I
you're
might,
saying. No, I get what
feel
you're
like
saying.
I know what you're gonna
Well,
say.
I do kind of feel like when people get into relationships from jump, anyways, kind of like they put on airs because they're trying to like
Wait.
seem like this high person. But then as things organically flow and come together, you become like who you really are, and then you kind of see if you gel as time goes on.
Yeah,
You
that's,
need everybody's representative first.
Listen to
Right.
no, I know what
Listen
you're
to
gonna
me.
say.
What was I say?
Go ahead.
No, tell me.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
I want to know me. Tell me what I'm gonna say.
You know, like if someone doesn't tell me what they want, then how can I like?
Ensure you're meeting the expectations.
Yes.
You don't have no motherfucking say. You can't tell me shit.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity to talk about it. You ain't say I wanted to see what you were gonna do. Bitch, I like fucking bitches. What do you mean what am I gonna do? You feel me? I think we should talk about this. You are not cool with me fucking your sister. Okay, let's put that in the box of shit not to do. Of course niggas ain't gonna go that
my
far,
God.
but you get what I'm saying.
I was about to say, is it that extreme? I was like, whoa.
I can neither confirm nor deny as to what fucking bitches sisters has happened tonight in relationships or outside.
Some,
I don't know.
Some motherfuckers is wild. Like
Some women are not. I don't think it's wild. Don't say wild because wild goes to say that somebody that did it is wild as opposed to not just doing what any man or woman would do if allowed if they wanted to.
Challenge by Future. It's a song.
I mean, shit was happening before the song came out. But
But I'm just
That's like a
saying.
personification of a song.
yeah,
Somewhere.
Right.
for real. No, I understand what you're saying, but I just think that as some, as opposed to this trickle of arguments and negativity and resentment that'll happen for years until y'all
But
get
maybe
in
it doesn't
sync.
need to be that negative. Like, as in, okay, look, no, I'm saying, like, you see how they are. They're not what you
We
want.
gotta
It's
talk
just
about
a
reality.
person.
We gotta talk about reality. You won't see the situations that you will or will not like in one day, in 1 month, in 1 year. There's gonna be situations that you will not have interacted with. There's shit that you will not have experienced.
That's true.
So you can't say, well, we'll just wait till I see how you do when a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Wait till the nigga run up on the car and see how you protect us. Nigga, that ain't not a schedule. That shit don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So
When you put it like that, it's pretty funny.
I mean, but it's real. So you gotta, and I've seen niggas get in trouble with their companion because of liking pictures. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
commenting things on bitches' pictures and shit like this. When is the time where we should talk about this? Because I appreciate looking at bitches that are bad.
Right.
I don't think you should not look at niggas that are bad. You comment some on that hard eyes on that nigga pictures, I'm gonna make you watch me beat that nigga the fuck up. But don't do that if we ain't talk about that. But if
Isn't
we did
that
talk
a double standard?
no, I mean that was just my own, whatever the fuck. But I don't think
Still a
there's
double.
a double standard in my own absolutely.
That was his ad lib.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I don't think that's how it goes in in people's relationships. And if it does, then that's just something that will be a conversation.
They need to discuss it.
And you got two options. Motherfucker can leave or live with it.
Yeah.
That's one or the other. And if you cool with it, then make that shit maneuver. If not, then put your phone on vibrate. Just
I just got that. I was like, what?
but other than that, nobody's gonna ever figure it out if they don't.
Nah, that's to go to commercial.